Goodwill brings to you the weekly share market update dated the 16th of March, 2024. Talking about the corporate segment, we have shares of Gensol Engineering Limited slumped 9% to 911 rupees in the afternoon on March 11th, even as the company bagged an order for a 70 megawatts, 140 megawatt-hours out of 250 megawatts, 500 megawatt-hours standalone battery energy storage systems project. This project is expected to contribute 450 rupees crore to Gensol's revenue throughout the contract. However, the specific timeframe of the contract has not been disclosed by the company. The project will be developed by Gensol under a tariff-based global competitive bidding model to provide energy storage capacity to Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam Limited in Gujarat on a demand basis. Shares of NLC India surged nearly 6% on March 11th on the NSE as the company's offer for sale opened for retail investors. The issue will close at 3:30 p.m. and the sale is being conducted on a separate window of the stock exchanges. The floor price for the issue is set at 212 rupees per share. The face value is 10 rupees per equity share. Through the OFS, the government proposes to sell up to 6.93 crore equity shares or a 5% stake in the state-run company with an option to sell an additional stake of up to 2% or 2.77 crore shares in case of oversubscription. Cipla shares surged 2.5% in trade on March 11th to touch a fresh lifetime high of 1,519 rupees apiece, extending its rally. So far, in 2024, shares of the pharma major have jumped over 20%, as against a 3% rise in the domestic benchmark index, NIFTY 50. Nuvama Institutional Equities, a domestic brokerage, noted that currently, Cipla is aiming to transition from a pure-play pharma company to an integrated health player. It is increasingly engaging with startup ecosystems to invest in different areas of oncology, obesity, mental health, wellness, genomics, etc. The company sees significant growth opportunities and is thinking beyond the pill by working on various aspects, i.e. pill, nutrition, clinics and digital, said Nuvama. This is likely to provide a leg up to its consumer health business. Shares of Sony Industries up 7% on March 12 after Adani Group-owned Ambuja Cements intends to divest up to 2% stake in Sony Industries to comply with minimum public shareholding norms. Ambuja Cements Limited, the promoter of the company, have conveyed to us their intention to sell the equity shares to enable us to comply with minimum public shareholding norms, said Sony Industries in a stock exchange filing. Up to 2% of the total paid-up equity share capital of the company, which, as of today's paid-up equity share capital, is 51,66,520 equity shares in financial year 2025, said Sony Industries. Shares of Gensol Engineering Limited were stuck in a 5% lower circuit at 829.45 rupees on March 13 on news that Zenith Multi-Trading DMCC owns 1.5% stake in the company. Zenith Multi-Trading DMCC is among 13 FPIs through which Dubai-based Hawala operator Hari Shankar Tibrawala owns stake in Indian companies. Following the arrest of Tibrawala's associate, Suraj Chokhani, by the Enforcement Directorate on March 8, shares of various small-cap and penny stocks, including Gensol Engineering, have been battered. The sell-off in Adani Group intensified, with stocks falling up to 13% in a weak market on March 13. All 10 Adani counters traded in the red, erasing around 90,000 rupees crore off their combined market capitalization by noon. Infrastructure, the management said in a regulatory filing. Adani Green Energy was the top loser, tanking 13% to an intraday low of 1,650 rupees a share on the NSE. At noon, the flagship Adani Enterprises and Adani Ports and SEZ, both constituents of the frontline Nifty index, were trading with losses of 5.5% and 5.3%, respectively. The Nifty was down 200 points or 1%. Shares of SJVN surged around 17% on March 14, a day after the company's renewable arm SJVN Green Energy Limited received the letter of intent from Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam Limited for 500 megawatt solar project. The tentative cost of construction and development of this project is at 2,700 crore. The project is to be developed at GIPCL Solar Park at Kavda. SJVN Green Energy Limited has earlier bagged the 500 megawatts, 100 megawatts plus 400 megawatts green shoe, project through tariff-based competitive bidding at a tariff of 2.5 for rupees a unit on build, own and operate basis on ERA was conducted on the 25th of January 2024 by GUVNL. Budget carrier SpiceJet on March 14 said it has finalized lease agreements for 10 aircraft as part of its efforts to augment capacity in preparation for the upcoming summer schedule. The stock was trading 7% higher on March 14. This move underscores SpiceJet's commitment to providing seamless connectivity and enhanced services to its passengers during peak travel seasons. The additional aircraft will enable the airline to meet the growing demand for air travel, particularly during the busy summer months. SpiceJet has received 3 airframes as part of recent settlement agreements, further strengthening its fleet capabilities. These settlements with key aircraft lessors have also resulted in savings of 685 Indian rupees crore for the airline. Shares of Tata Investment Corp Limited hit 5% lower circuit after a huge block deal. Around 35 crore shares of the company changed hands in a block deal, CNBC reported. However, details of the buyers and sellers of the deal were not known. This was the 5th straight trading session when the stock hit a 5% lower circuit and declined around 22.6% during this period. At 11 a.m. on March 15, the stock was trading at 7,540.15 rupees on BSE, down 5% from its previous close. Year to date, it has gained over 76%. Meanwhile, India's benchmark Sensex fell 0.66% to 72,611.98 points. Shares of Shakti Pumps, India, were locked at the 5% upper circuit in early trade on March 15 after the company received a Rs 93 crore work order. The company has received the letter of award from the Maharashtra Energy Department Agency for 3,500 solar photovoltaic water pumping system at various locations across the state under Component B of PM-KUSUM scheme, the company said. The order include design, manufacture, supply, transport, installation, testing and commissioning and to be completed in 120 days from the date of issue of work order. Solar Industries India Limited has moved up by 17.87% this week with a change of 1,342.40 points. It has traded with a net volume of 2.486 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 8,855.5 against the previous closing price of 7,513.1. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 7,284.91, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 8,989 points this week. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 75.57. Linda India Limited has moved up by 15.46% this week with a change of 862.25 points. It has traded with a net volume of 2.162 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 6,441.1 against the previous closing price of 5,578.85. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 5,793.38, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 6,594.35 points this week. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 66.85. Aztec Life Sciences Limited has moved up by 12.76% this week with a change of 124.65 points. It has traded with a net volume of 923.59 thousand shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 1,101.5 against the previous closing price of 976.85. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 994.10, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 1147 points this week. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 49.49. Signity Technologies Limited has moved up by 12.16% this week with a change of 133.75 points. It has traded with a net volume of 2.611 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 1,233.55 against the previous closing price of 1,099.8. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 1093.42, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 1243 points this week. While shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 67.71. Nifty is currently in negative trend. If you are holding short positions, then continue to hold with daily closing stop loss of 22,264. Fresh long positions can be initiated if Nifty closes above 22,264 levels. Nifty support levels are 21,930, 21,836 and 21,741. Nifty resistance levels are 22,119, 22,215 and 22,308. Bank Nifty is currently in negative trend. If you are holding short positions, then continue to hold with daily closing stop loss of 47,179. Fresh long positions can be initiated if Bank Nifty closes above 47,179 levels. Bank Nifty support levels are 46,336, 46,077 and 45,844. Bank Nifty resistance levels are 46,828, 47,061 and 47,320.
You can reach us via phone, WhatsApp, or email using the information listed on the screen. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more financial insights. And, as always, if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos, leave them in the comments section below. Until next time, happy investing.